I did make some other DreamWorks characters from the movie Rise of the Guardians, if you've seen that, and I'll be having those videos up too. They'll be in the description if you want to watch that. But I was just kind of like on a little spree of what I could make. Hello everyone, so today I have these custom made Hiccup and Astrid dolls from How to Train Your Dragon 2. And I don't know if some of you have seen it, but I had a video, one of my first ones, that I made some custom dolls for my sister for Christmas, and they were done really quickly, so I decided to go back and retry it and see if I could do a better job. So these ones are like the remake. First of all, I bought the Ever After High dolls, Hunter and Ashlyn. It was a 2-pack, and it was a blonde and a brunette guy, so I was like, that works, you know, 2 in 1. And plus his outfit previous to this was actually kind of convenient, so that was another reason why I got that 2-pack. And all I really had to do was kind of, I had to cut off his hair, and then I found some of this like kind of brown hair-ish kind of thing, and I had to glue it to the top of his head, and then I colored his eyes green, and I didn't really want to do a different face paint, so I kept the face the same. I kept the shirt that he was wearing and kept it underneath because it was pretty accurate to what Hiccup wears, and plus I kind of thought it was kind of cool with the hood back there. So I mean, it kind of fits, so yeah, I thought it looked really cool with the hood. And then for the armor on him, I just used like this black leather, pleather material, and just cut it into the shapes of what the armor looks like, and like extra little parts, like for the shoulder blades, I cut them into kind of like those oval shapes, and then just painted on little details. And then even like with this like strap right in the front, and then added little details like stuff I could find at Hobby Lobby. A lot of this stuff I found at Hobby Lobby. And then like for this part down here, for this armor, it was just this brown kind of pleather material, and I just added that wherever there was some of that brown material. For his sword, if you see there, I found this online. Like, I wanted to make a sword, but you know, it's kind of difficult since, you know, it's just like a sword and then all of a sudden he can have fire come out of it, so you know, I wasn't gonna really be able to make that. So I found this sword, and it's pretty, I would say, kind of accurate, because that orange part could just be the flames, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then just have like something like a little one of those plastic rubber bands and like have it attached to his arm. Otherwise, you know, just have it around his shoulder. And I think it's a keychain, that's why it has this chain on there. But, you know, I just put it around his shoulder, so it was really convenient. For the bottom part of him, as you can see, I kind of had to paint his pants green, because before they were kind of grayish brown. And then some of that brown leather material I had to cut up and put on his legs. And then I just, like, for the really shiny parts, especially like right here, I just added some silver washi tape and then colored his boots black. And it was kind of difficult, like, deciding what I wanted for this foot, because, you know, it is supposed to be like a, you know, a robotic leg, but that was like the best I could do. I just colored the back gray, and then, like I said, just like little details that I found at Hobby Lobby. And you could probably see all like the glue that I used, because a lot of this stuff I just glued on with hot glue. And his hair, I mean, like, it could be more styled, but you know, I'm not good with that. And then moving on to Astrid, the doll's hair, she already kind of had Astrid's hairstyle, except for this part. Like, I tried to give her like some bangs right there, like she has, but it did not want to stay down even when I had a hairspray. But she did have like this braid going around her head, and that's what Astrid has, so I just kept that, and then I tried to let down her hair because like there was like a bump up here, and I took it out, and then I just put it in a ponytail, or I braided the ponytail. And then she does have bangs on the side, and she kind of had some, but they don't really want to stay out, so you know, it's as good as I was gonna be able to get it. And then same thing with her face, I didn't want to repaint it, so I just colored her eyes blue. And then for her outfit, for like the shirt, you know, you just, if you can find like a red doll shirt, that's pretty much it. But I made that one because I had some red fabric, so I just made her a shirt. And then on the bottom part for her tights, they're just blue tights, honestly. Like, that's all you could use, just like a dark blue. There you have it. And the reason I say those two things first is because that's the first two things that I put on her. But the next part was her skirt, and as you can see, she does have like a lot of fur going on her outfit. And it's not real fur, it's just some that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I thought that her fur was pretty light, so I got the white fur, but then I found out that it does have some light coloring to it, so then I kind of just had like these pastels, chalk pastels, and I just kind of like colored it over the fur to give it a little bit of tint. I don't know if you can really see that through the camera though. And so I just kind of colored it all the way around the fur. Yeah, I really don't know if you can see that, but it's just kind of like some yellow, some browns, and then so yeah, I just kind of gave her like this what do you call this, like a cape thing, and then this little charm thing for necklaces I just found at Hobby Lobby. These two skulls actually came together with this like little spikes right here, because if you look on her skirt, she has spikes going through the leather brown part on her skirt, and that was really convenient. I found those on eBay, like these skulls with these spikes, and I'm guessing it was like for like, you know, the like some kind of punk bracelet or like clothing kind of style. But it really worked out for me because there are skulls on her outfit and, you know, spikes. All I did was just, you know, hot glue them on there. But the charm part I had to sew. And then for the shoulder blades, it's just cardboard because I couldn't really find any. So I just painted them gray with a little bit of white to make it look like it's shiny, and like you can see the bolts on there. And then for her arm, I just painted like brown on there because I really couldn't find any small, really tiny brown string to put around that would look, you know, accurate to the brown parts on her arm. And then, you know, for this part right here for her sleeve, I just, you know, again, it was like a light brown kind of pleather material. And then same thing with like the strings right here, just like I wrapped it around with the glue. And then for her axe, because she does have an axe, if you've seen in her pictures, it's a lot bigger than this, but it's actually He-Man's axe, I think, if I remember correctly. So it was kind of difficult to find a axe like this with like two sides right here. So then all I had to do was to use some of like that pleather string material that I had, and I wrapped it around. And then all I had to do was just I had some kind of reddish blue rubber bands, and I just like made the pattern that it looks like in the pictures, you know, again with that pleather material just right there on the knees, 2 little circles, and then glue them on. And then for her boots, just use some of that fake fur and put it on like some of that pleather material, and then painted like the little ties or laces, I guess. And technically this part is supposed to be fur right here, but I don't know, I kind of like it better like this, and it would have been kind of difficult to make it all fur because it's supposed to be 2 different colors. And I couldn't find another color, so I just went with that. And then just some brown boots underneath. And then since they were really tall, like this tall, I just put all the stuff on top of the boot. And then on the bottom you have boots, and then that way she can stand up all on her own. So yeah, these are the dolls, and it kind of took me a while to make them because I was also making other dolls at the same time. So I'm kind of glad the way they came out. I mean, obviously there's always more you can do. You know, you always get better if you keep trying, but I am glad the way these ones turned out. They do look a lot better than the first time I tried it. But then again, those ones were just for my little sister so she could play with, so I didn't really try to be that accurate since I figured she'd probably be like kind of rough with them, but she wasn't. She actually ended up keeping them in the box a lot, which I feel kind of bad because they are meant to be played with. But anyways, I really do like the way these ones turned out, and if you guys want to try them, you know, try to make these. Hopefully you can find the materials or just ask questions. And if you do try, I'd like to see what they look like. So, thanks for watching. Bye.